Welcome back for Week 9, Kent State fans. Hope you are having a great day, and thank you for the support. The Golden Flashes secured a hard-fought victory against Bowling Green, winning 31-23 to extend their undefeated streak to 7-0. This game tested their mental toughness, but they proved capable of responding under pressure. Kent State adjusted well, especially on defense, limiting the Falcons to just 2 field goals in the third and fourth quarters. Let's break down the key stats and performances that led to this win. Ulatowski had a remarkable game, with 401 passing yards and 3 touchdowns, showing his ability to connect on big plays. His passer rating of 235.7 reflects his efficiency and poise under pressure, particularly in the second half. His 54% completion rate may raise some concerns about consistency, but his ability to stretch the field with a 16.7 yards per attempt average was key in this game. Garcia was the most effective rusher for Kent State, though his impact was limited due to the team's reliance on the passing game. His 5.8 yards per carry demonstrates his ability to find gaps and gain valuable yardage. But the Golden Flashes were unable to establish a consistent ground game, which might need to be addressed in future games. Thomas chipped in with a short yardage touchdown, but the rushing attack was not a significant factor in this game. Etheridge had a standout performance, leading the team in receiving yards with 166 on just 5 catches. His ability to gain yards after the catch was particularly impressive, totaling 109 yards. His 81-yard reception highlights his deep threat capability, and he played a crucial role in turning the tide in Kent State's favor. McCray was another big play receiver for Kent State, averaging 30 yards per catch. His 54-yard reception and touchdown were key moments in the game, showcasing his ability to stretch the field and make significant contributions with limited opportunities. However, his 3 drops are concerning and could be a focus for improvement. King made the most of his 2 receptions, both of which were explosive plays, including a 69-yard catch. His 45.5 yards per catch average was the highest on the team, making him a critical deep threat option for Ulatowski. King's performance was clutch, but with only 2 targets, the team may look to get him more involved in future games. Junker made a significant impact with his lone reception, a 41-yard catch. Although he had only 1 target, his ability to come through with a big play shows depth in the receiving core. This kind of contribution from secondary targets will be crucial, as defenses focus more on Etheridge, McCray, and King. Abu Hamday was a disruptive force in the backfield, with 3 tackles for loss. His ability to penetrate the line of scrimmage was crucial in slowing down Bowling Green's rushing attack. This kind of performance sets the tone for the defense, and his impact was felt throughout the game. Folk was active around the line of scrimmage, contributing 2 tackles for loss. His involvement in both run-stopping and coverage helped to limit Bowling Green's offense, especially in critical situations. Folk's versatility and ability to read plays were evident in his performance. Daly was a key playmaker with 2 sacks, bringing pressure that disrupted Bowling Green's passing game. His ability to blitz effectively provided a spark for the defense and forced the opposing quarterback into hurried decisions, which limited their ability to execute downfield. Dotson had a solid game in the secondary with 5 tackles. While he didn't record any interceptions or passes defended, his tackling was consistent, preventing big plays after catches. Branch added another interception to the team's tally, showing great awareness in the secondary. His 4 tackles were also significant, as he was often the last line of defense against deep passes. Branch's performance helped secure the win by limiting Bowling Green's big play potential. Glass was reliable as always, hitting all of his kicks, including a 30-yard field goal. Smith did his part in the field position battle with a solid punting performance. Let's take a look at a recap of Week 8 in the MAC. University edged out Ohio in a tight contest. Miami's defense held strong in the fourth quarter, preventing Ohio from mounting a late comeback. This win moves Miami to 3-4 on the season and 2-1 in MAC play, keeping them in the hunt within the conference. Ohio, on the other hand, drops to 2-5 overall and remains winless in the conference, continuing a tough season for the Bobcats. Central Michigan got back on track with a decisive win over Eastern Michigan. The Chippewas dominated on both sides of the ball, scoring 42 points while holding the Eagles to just 20. This victory improved Central Michigan to 3-4 overall and 2-1 in MAC play, positioning them well for a late-season surge. Eastern Michigan falls to 2-5, with their struggles continuing as they remain winless in conference action. Ball State pulled off an impressive non-conference victory against SEC opponent Vanderbilt. The Cardinals outlasted the Commodores in a back-and-forth game, showcasing their resilience and ability to compete against higher-tier programs. This win boosts Ball State's record to 4-3. And while it doesn't impact their conference standing, it gives them momentum heading into the heart of MAC play. Western Michigan secured a solid road win against Buffalo, improving to 4-3 on the season. The Broncos' defense was the story, holding Buffalo to just 15 points and forcing several key turnovers. With this win, Western Michigan stays in the thick of the MAC race, while Buffalo drops to 4-3 overall, but remains winless in conference play, putting them in a difficult position moving forward. Northern Illinois came out on top in a thrilling matchup against Toledo. The Huskies held on for a 3-point victory, improving to 4-3 overall and 3-0 in the MAC. This win keeps them undefeated in conference play, positioning them as serious contenders. Toledo, meanwhile, suffers a tough loss, falling to 4-3 overall and 2-1 in the conference, which shakes up the standings and opens the door for others in the division. Let's look at the MAC standings. Kent State remains in a class of its own in the MAC, staying perfect in conference play. Their offense has been consistently productive, while their defense continues to hold opponents in check. The Golden Flashes are firmly in control of their destiny to play in the MAC championship game. Northern Illinois is also undefeated in conference play, riding a 3-game winning streak. Despite their strong MAC record, the Huskies have a negative point differential, indicating they've had some close calls. Their upcoming matchups will be critical as they aim to stay in the hunt for the division title. Ball State picked up a much-needed win to keep pace in the conference. They have been competitive both at home and on the road, but they will need to maintain consistency to challenge for the top spot in the West. Toledo's recent loss has put them in a tough spot, especially with Northern Illinois unbeaten in conference play. However, the Rockets still have a solid foundation and can make a push if they can clean up their play on the road. Central Michigan has evened out their overall record in a big way. The Chippewas are on the rise with back-to-back wins and are in the mix despite an overall losing record. Their point differential shows that they've been in some battles and they'll need to continue their recent form to stay relevant in the race. Western Michigan has been one of the more explosive teams in the conference, and they are starting to find their groove. With their second consecutive win, they remain in the thick of the MAC West race and could make a serious push for the title. Miami has turned their season around with 2 straight wins, pulling them into a tie for second in the East. However, their point differential suggests they need to shore up their defense if they hope to stay competitive. Akron's promising start has been stalled by 2 consecutive losses. Despite this, they remain above .500 overall, but their struggles in the MAC could be a sign of tough times ahead. Bowling Green has faced some tough losses recently, and they're starting to slip in the standings. With a losing record both overall and in conference play, the Falcons need a quick turnaround to avoid falling out of contention entirely. Buffalo is the only team in the MAC without a conference win, which is surprising given their strong overall record. They need to find a way to win within the conference if they want to salvage their season. Eastern Michigan's season continues to spiral with 3 consecutive losses. The Eagles have struggled mightily on both sides of the ball, and their hopes for a strong finish are fading fast. Ohio's season has taken a nosedive with 4 straight losses. Despite a respectable record at home, their inability to win on the road has been their downfall. They are now firmly entrenched at the bottom of the standings. As we head into the latter half of the season, the MAC race is heating up, and the next few weeks will be crucial for teams jockeying for position in the standing. Let's look at the top 25. Oregon, Alabama, and Utah remain the top 3 teams, all sitting at 7-0. They've been dominant and show no signs of slowing down. Miami jumps into the top 4 after a convincing win over Louisville, setting up a high-stakes matchup against #20 Florida State. Michigan and Ole Miss hold steady in the top 6, both continuing their strong seasons with key wins. Texas and Ohio State are on the rise, moving up in the rankings after significant victories. Florida cracks the top 10, showcasing their consistent performance in the SEC. Penn State is steadily climbing despite a lighter schedule. Their upcoming game against Wisconsin will be crucial. Maryland took the biggest hit this week, dropping 10 spots after their first loss of the season against USC. Maryland's loss was a significant blow, dropping them 10 spots in the rankings from 8th to 18th. The Terrapins had been riding high with a 6-0 start, but ran into a tough opponent in USC. This loss has raised questions about their ability to compete against top-tier teams, especially as they head into a critical matchup against Minnesota. Their defensive struggles were evident, allowing USC to control the pace of the game, particularly in the second half. Colorado, Florida State, Syracuse, Texas Tech, and UCLA all enter the rankings this week, signaling strong performances as we head into the season's second half. Rutgers and West Virginia both dropped after tough losses, but remain in the top 25. West Virginia's drop from 12th to 22nd reflects the severity of their loss to Kansas State. The Mountaineers were unable to muster much offense against a stout Kansas State defense, which exposed some of the weaknesses in their air raid system. This defeat not only affected their ranking but also put a dent in their Big 12 title hopes. West Virginia will need to bounce back quickly as they face Arizona next, another tough road test. Rutgers' narrow loss to UCLA was a heartbreaker, costing them 5 spots in the rankings. Despite being competitive throughout the game, Rutgers couldn't seal the deal in the final moments, allowing UCLA to secure a victory. This loss highlighted Rutgers' struggles in closing out games against quality opponents, something that will need to be addressed as they face a challenging schedule ahead, including a matchup with USC. The game showed that while Rutgers has the potential to compete, they still have to iron out their inconsistencies, particularly on defense. Auburn and NC State continue to perform well in the SEC and ACC, respectively, with both teams making significant gains in the rankings. The shifting rankings reflect how competitive and unpredictable the season has become, with each game carrying significant implications for the postseason landscape. These losses highlight the volatility of college football, where even one misstep can drastically alter a team's trajectory. As the season progresses, teams that can recover from these setbacks will be the ones contending for top spots in the rankings and a chance at major bowl games. Looking at the players of the week, Daly's dominant performance was instrumental in Kent State's victory over Bowling Green. His ability to disrupt the backfield and apply consistent pressure on the quarterback with 2 crucial sacks helped the Golden Flashes maintain control of the game. Daly's recognition on the national stage speaks to his impact on the field, solidifying his status as one of the top defensive players in the MAC. Shanks' explosive game against USF was a masterclass in wide receiver play. Racking up 246 yards on 12 catches and finding the end zone 5 times, he was virtually unstoppable. His performance is not just impressive on paper, it demonstrates his ability to be a game changer for UAB's offense. Shanks's week puts him squarely in the conversation as one of the nation's most dangerous receivers. MAC Players of the Week Stephen Daly's inclusion as both a National and MAC Player of the Week underlines his critical role in Kent State's defense, which could be a major factor as the Golden Flashes push towards a strong finish in the MAC. Robinson made the most of his limited touches against Vanderbilt, turning just 2 receptions into 122 yards and 2 touchdowns. His big play ability was on full display as he averaged an incredible 61 yards per catch. Robinson's efficiency and explosive plays were key in Ball State's victory, making him a well-deserved recipient of the MAC Offensive Player of the Week. Heisman Watch Update. KJ Jefferson is leading the Heisman race, and it's easy to see why after his recent performance. Throwing for 7 touchdowns and adding solid rushing yards, Jefferson showcased his dual threat capability. His leadership and ability to perform in high-pressure situations have made him a clear frontrunner. Leonard continues to rise in the Heisman rankings. His consistent performances for Notre Dame have kept the Fighting Irish competitive in every game. Leonard's skill set and football IQ make him a serious contender as the season progresses. Holden's play for the undefeated Oregon Ducks has been stellar, with his game-changing abilities making him the top non-quarterback candidate for the Heisman. As Oregon continues its strong season, Holden's stock may continue to rise. Milroe has dropped slightly in the rankings, but he's still in the hunt. His dynamic play style for Alabama ensures he remains in the Heisman conversation, though he may need some standout performances in the coming weeks to climb back up. Despite Maryland's recent loss, Morris has performed well enough to stay in the top 5. His ability to rebound from the team's defeat will be crucial if he wants to make a serious run at the Heisman Trophy. For my coaching points this week, I'm going to put them into the cross-training tree because I eventually want to move players to different positions, and I'm curious if this helps. Maybe I will find another Travis Hunter. Looking at the recruiting board this week, I found a 4-start free safety who has moved us to number 1 on his list, and we send the house at him. He has some really good speed and 78 zone coverage. We are still so close to Kenoi that I keep the house sent to see if we can beat out Syracuse. Dubois still has us at number 1, and we are his only offer, so we keep contacting his family and friends. He will be visiting during the Ohio game, which should be an easy win. Everyone else remains the same, and we are just waiting for them to narrow down their schools. Western Michigan enters this matchup as a solid team with balanced ratings across the board. Despite their mid-tier MAC ranking, they have the potential to challenge any team on a given day, thanks to their experienced roster and key standout players. Let's look at some of the key players to watch. Gideon is the anchor of Western Michigan's offensive line. As a pass protector, his ability to shield the quarterback and create lanes in the run game will be crucial. His high awareness and strength make him a challenging opponent in the trenches. Controlling the line of scrimmage will require Kent State's defensive front to bring their A game against Gideon. West is another critical component of the Broncos' offensive line. He complements Gideon well, and together they form a formidable interior line. His strength and awareness will help Western Michigan maintain a clean pocket and could make the run game effective between the tackles. Womack is a dynamic receiver with excellent speed and acceleration, making him a deep threat. His agility and change of directions allow him to create separation quickly. Kent State's secondary will need to focus on containing him, as he can break a game open with a single play. Buckley is the primary ball carrier for the Broncos. His combination of speed and acceleration makes him dangerous in the open field. Despite being a sophomore, his impressive ratings indicate he can be a game changer if given space. The key to limiting Western Michigan's offense will be keeping Buckley contained and forcing them into passing situations. Wolf is a seasoned quarterback with good decision-making skills and the ability to manage the game effectively. He doesn't have elite speed but can maneuver in the pocket and make the necessary throws. Kent State's focus on pressuring him, as forcing Wolf to make quick decisions could lead to mistakes. With multiple senior players, particularly on the interior, Western Michigan's offensive line is a major strength. They can provide both run support and pass protection effectively. Players like Womack and Buckley bring speed and playmaking ability, which could cause problems if they get into open space. While their defense is solid overall, they lack standout stars, which could make it difficult for them to consistently stop a balanced offense like Kent State's. Exploiting mismatches in the secondary or on the edges of the line could yield big plays. Wolf is not a mobile quarterback, which could be a disadvantage if Kent State can generate consistent pressure. Forcing him to move out of the pocket or make hurried throws could lead to turnovers. Kent State should approach this game with confidence but also caution, as Western Michigan has the potential to capitalize on any lapses in focus. Keeping the game plan tight and executing on both sides of the ball will be key to maintaining their unbeaten streak. Well, it's game day, Kent State fans. See you at the game and back here next week.
Where is Waldo Stadium? Kalamazoo, Michigan. It is the home of the Western Michigan Broncos, and the fans have been eager for this showdown for a while. Today, an intra-conference battle between a couple of MAC rivals. As we'll see, the winners of 7 straight, the Kent State Golden Flashes, taking on the Western Michigan Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Broncos will kick it away to start.
Set to kick this one.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Kent State Golden Flashes offense takes the field for the first time today. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
And I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
The give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Catch in the middle, it's McCray.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Nifty little dance step. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Quarterback checking off. Dropping back, it's Gulatowski. Makes his connection. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Golden Flashes!
I love the aggressive nature and the play calling there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on fourth down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it, they score a touchdown.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Western Michigan Broncos offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Wants to throw. It's Wolf. Pressure coming. Wide open downfield. Delivers the contact. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Discards a man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
And the Broncos get enough to move the chains.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gonna run it. It's Buckley. Tackle is made after the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
He's brought down solid. Pick up a little bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this.
Touchdown Broncos! A great catch and run for 6.
What a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. Right down the boulevard. They march 79 yards on the drive.
Number 35, set to kick this one away.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Ulatowski. They're bringing heat. He'll pull it down and run. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
The ball is out behind the line. Bounced right back to them.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well, and they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the 2nd quarter. Back on the field after the break, and we'll start the quarter here on 3rd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. To the air, it's Ulatowski. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Golden Flashes will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
2nd and 10 here. Leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
They're trying to get to it.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
They go to the draw. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got him downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the Golden Flashes will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State!
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Tackled, but he has a first down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Looking to throw, it's Ulatowski. Right down the middle. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control them. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Looking to throw it again. Rifles it down the middle. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Kent State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And so many times the safeties tell the tape, and that's what QBs are studying and reading, and he drops back, and you could tell he sees his receiver coming from the right side, and he knows exactly where he's going to end up with that post, pushes the ball down the field for the big play, got the safety out of position, made the big touchdown throw.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Dropping back, it's Wolf. Going to throw it over and that pass intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football, Dave.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll immediately call timeout.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Golden Flashes!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking for a man. It's Wolf. Finds his man in the middle. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Western Michigan.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush.
3rd down coming up.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Kalamazoo. And it's been a battle of wills between these two teams through 2 quarters. Bend but don't break. They've managed to neutralize the explosive playmakers on each side by shutting down passing windows and providing tight coverage. Forget the Jimmies and Joes. This second half could really be about the X's and O's. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Waldo Stadium.
The Golden Flashes will boot it away to start the second half. Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Man, this guy's a playmaker, and he does not need a lot of space. Really nice job that time letting the pass rush get upfield, so when he got the football, there was just green grass out and ahead of him, and he made the defense pay.
And when I got a guy like that, man, I just got to find ways to get him past the D-line, right? And then the draw play is a good way to do it. Let them run themselves up the field, and then you can see he's got some serious speed. A lot of speed in space is always a good recipe for offense.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Gonna run it, it's Buckley. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking left. Makes the grab. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Finds his big tight end. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by just 2 over Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense set for a first down play. Looking for a man. It's Gulatowski. He unleashes a long one. And it's caught inside the 25.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. He wants to throw. He's got it down the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
The receiver.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
The ball squirts free. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. And they'll drag him down after a good return.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver. And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Quarterback carry. He's brought down at the 35. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Back to throw, it's Wolf. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
That is no good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21.
14.
Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse, but move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On the move at the 30. Obliterates him, still on the move. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Guys, that'll do it for the quarter, and it's Kent State on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Back at it to open the quarter with this first down play.
Here we go. Tuna.
Looking to move it through the air. Coming after him. Touchdown, Kent State! And the punishment has been extended. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score.
14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down, set it, go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
He'll just keep slinging it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Broncos have their offense in high gear. Motion from the offense. To the air, it's Wolf. Throwing right. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs.
Get set. Get set. Set, go.
Going up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
He's got an open man. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
Let's go. Here we
Running back goes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Western Michigan! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Line gets set, first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the middle. Ball in the air, intercepted! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Ready,
Offense set on first down.
Pound 55 weak.
He's gonna pass. Unloads it left. Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion.
Clear. Clear.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his man. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. After the misconnection, it's second down.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. To the air, it's Wolf. Fires to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Got nothing last time. Now second and goal from the 3. Wide out in motion. They want to just keep throwing it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Ready.
From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Western Michigan.
And this is how I want to operate. Nice job. He catches the football, makes a decision, gets the ball out of his hands, and let his playmaker work. Get the ball to wide receiver out wide, he'll do the rest, he'll get the touchdown. Nice job being on the same page, quarterback, wide receiver.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get live again.
Looking downfield, it's Gulatowski. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Touchdown, Golden Flashes! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're just about ready to kick it away. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Wolf. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And that one's too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He's got it, and they convert. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To the air on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
The offense has lost the element of surprise here, right? 4th quarter, they're trailing by a lot. They're trying to go 4 verticals, but the defense knows it's coming. And they do a nice job in the back end making sure that falls incomplete.
Trying play action. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
The aerial assault continues. Here's a throw downfield late. Snags it on the right. Touchdown, Western Michigan. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
PAT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
Splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that's been clicking in every facet of the game. They're up by 25 over Michigan State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Looking to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Going for it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Western Michigan, 35.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
Western Michigan Broncos.
Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To throw, it's Wolf. Pocket starts to collapse. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Getting some heat. He's got it. Off he goes. Touchdown Broncos. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
For the extra point.
Splits those uprights right in half. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offenses has just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.